just the same.
And the tip, we are underway here at the Ford Center. Evansville wins the tip, has the basketball first. And here is Dickey firing up her first shot of the game. That one misses, no good. Semo comes in 1-3, Evansville 0-3 on the year.
The Semo team likes to score a lot, averaging just over 77 points per game. Like to run fast and like to get out in transition.
And another three, this one for the Redhawks is no good as Mitchell misfires. Evansville with a rebound. Just underway here at the Ford Center, and a foul against the Redhawks. Whistled inside. That will go against Semo and out of bounds to Evansville.
I'm talking to Coach Ruffing before this game. He wanted his team to shoot a lot better than they have. They can get their jump shots going. They can be really competitive.
And now here is a shot put up by Sarah Dickey, and the first points of the game belong to Evansville. And here's a shot on the near side. And a rebound putback is good. Nice shot there from Hackman.
Yeah, Hackman's been a double-double machine so far, averaging just over 18 points and 11 rebounds a game on this season.
There's Williams looking for Evansville, looking inside. That's Robinson. Comes back out. A three will fly. This one's too strong. As the shot no good from Dawson. And nearly had it stripped on the way to the basket, regained it, and put it back in is Adriana Murphy. And Semo takes the lead.
Murphy's probably going to be the smallest girl on the floor, but she probably is the quickest as well. Offensively and defensively, really causes problems for her opponents.
Nearly lost the ball on the way to the basket. Grabbed it back and put it in the hole. Drive up and under move inside won't go that time for Evansville's Gasper. And Semo has the rebound. A three flies from the right side. The first one to go through the net. That's Hackman picking up where she leaves off, leading this team in scoring.
Hackman's so dangerous from every part of the floor. She can go inside and, as you saw, step back and take that three.
Knocked it down, and Semo sends the lead to 5. Foul here against the Redhawks on the take by Camary Williams for Evansville, the senior guard on the drive that time. And Evansville will get Kaylin Kaufman, the 6'3 freshman out of Templeton, Indiana, into the ball game. And it comes into Dickey for 3. That one's no good. And Semo looking to answer quickly. And that shot is good. Hackman on fire to start this game.
It's the matchup we're watching, 24 against 24. Hackman versus Sarah Dickey. So far, Hackman leading that matchup.
Hot start from the field for the Redhawks. As Evansville tries to respond here on offense, a take inside, kind of had it stripped. On the way to the basket did the senior Sasha Robinson. Knocked away by the Redhawks and will stay with Evansville.
I want to see how Kaylin Kaufman plays in this lineup. She's only played 5 minutes for the Aces this season. But part of this really impressive class coming in for interim coach Matt Ruffing.
Here is Dickey on the drive to the basket against 2 defenders. Missed it, and it'll be a shot clock violation as the ball never touched the rim. Semo with the basketball. 6:37 left here in the first quarter. And they are on a 9-0 run. A rare miss, that one by Murphy. And Evansville back on offense as Williams brings it down court. Open three flies from Dawson, buries it. The junior Brooke Dawson cashes in from beyond the arc line.
That's what she's been doing so far through 3 games for the Purple Aces. Stepping into that wing 3 and knocking it down.
You notice Semo really trying to double down their efforts against Dickey, but it doesn't mean you can't not defend everybody else on the floor, and Dasa took advantage of that last time. 7 to shoot here for the Redhawks. On the move, Murphy missed it. And another shot clock violation, this one by the Redhawks, as both teams will send 2 new faces into the lineups. As Hannah No checks in, one of those in for the Redhawks. They'll get another player into the game, and Ashton Luttrell checking in as well. 9-5 Semo. That last 3 ball by the Aces ended a 9-0 run by the Redhawks. Here is a shot, fall away, won't go there for Kaufman. Semo running quickly, firing the 3 is no, and as advertised, that's what you get from Hannah No.
Yeah, it's not someone you can leave open for the Purple Aces, or for the Redhawks, I should say. Very deadly from behind the arc, as we talked about in pregame.
Another foul here against the Redhawks. The 3rd team foul, and that is also the 2nd foul against the Redhawks. Bree Mitchell, the senior, will head to the bench for those 2 personal fouls here in the first quarter. Evansville with the basketball, trailing in this one. Here's Camary Williams. Looking to Kaufman. Her turnaround shot won't go. Evansville, one of their last 7 from the field, as Semo keeps draining in the 3s. That one is no again. Her 2nd 3 of the game. And Evansville has called a timeout. And if it goes on the floor, you've come to the right store. Visit Benny's Flooring Design Center in Evansville today. Both teams getting fresh faces on the floor during the timeout. Evansville with the basketball, they have really struggled from the field, man.
Yeah, only 20% shooting so far, and Southeast Missouri has capitalized, especially making 3 threes in this early offset.
Struggles continue for Evansville. Williams misses the jumper underneath the arc line, and Semo wants to run down the floor. What a pass from half court all the way down underneath the basket, finding Deja Jones for the lay-in. So quick.
Said it perfectly. Adriana Murphy, the great pass. She averages 9 assists a game. You see why there.
Williams tries a 3. That won't go. Another breakout play for Semo if they can corral it. Will go down as a turnover as they keep it alive back into Williams for Evansville. She'll look to drive and score. Camary Williams coast to coast for the layup.
That's something Evansville needed to break this run a little bit, but they got to get back on defense. Southeast Missouri, they like to run.
And there's a ball knocked away by Williams. Good save along the sideline. Kept it in bounds. That's Dickey driving but missing the layup. Good defense forced the alteration in her path to the basket.
Yeah, good defense there.
So Semo will have to get set this time. They've been running up and down the floor their last couple of possessions. And now with 7 to shoot, Murphy gets rid of the ball. 3 flies up top from No. It's no good. Evansville has the basketball. Williams going to try a 3. This one's no good. Evansville continues to struggle from beyond the arc line. Inside. The shot up no good. Misfiring there, Jones. And Evansville back with it. Just under 3 minutes to go now here in this first quarter of play. Semo with a 10-point lead. Dickey to the basket. Can't get it to go, and they're going to wipe it out anyway. Call the travel on Dickey with an extra step on the pivot. And it goes back to Semo.
Seems like Evansville's forcing a lot of these shots on the offensive end. And you understand the shooting struggles, should say, with these shots forced. You got to play more in the flow of the offense, swing the ball around the perimeter, and find the best shot, not just the first shot. Evansville
3 of 15 from the floor, 1 of 6 beyond the arc line here in this first quarter of play. Semo shooting at nearly 54% from the floor, 60% beyond the arc line. That shot won't go, however, as Hackman missed that one. Here's Dickey driving, this time fouled before the shot. And if that's the one thing you want to argue about, if you're Semo, not really argue about, but one thing not going well for them, they're racking up the fouls here early.
Yeah, 4 fouls compared to Evansville's none. Not in the bonus yet, but one more would put them in that double bonus situation.
Here is Dickey driving to the paint, fires, missed it. Semo with a rebound. Redhawks on the move. Inside turnaround, tough shot. Not going to drop that time for Hackman. Williams has it for Evansville as the Aces run in transition. She'll look to drive between two, puts up the shot, and she'll head to the free throw line. One of the differences, though, Matt, you see, as Evansville got out to run in transition, all the black jerseys, Semo was well back on defense. Evansville struggled to try to get back defensively at times here this afternoon.
Yeah, able to get back on defense, as you talked about. They're a transition team, so when you go on the offensive end, you got to be able to get back as well, because transition can flip on the other side. That's what it did in that situation.
Williams knocks down the free throw. And Semo has the basketball once again. On the drive, new player into the game is Ayanna McCurdy. Can't get inside. Shot there, put up through the Evansville defense by Hackman. No good. Williams getting back, flipping out to Dawson, who drives. Nice pass inside. Sasha Robinson will finish.
Great setup by Brooke Dawson, driving to the rim, then feeding it to Robinson for the easy layup.
So Evansville now with 4 points in a row to cut into the Semo lead at 6. 1:14 left in the quarter as Williams able to fly in front of that pass and knock it out of bounds.
What Williams does, just alters passes, make the passing lane very difficult on the defensive end.
Freshman for Evansville, Macy Lively out of Tipton, Indiana, checking into the lineup. And Semo to the bench as well. Deja Jones out of Nashville, Tennessee, returns to the floor. Semo with the ball. They lead by 6. A little over a minute to play here in the first quarter. Murphy left side, looks underneath the basket. Madden knocked away again, but last touched by Semo. So Evansville causes the turnover.
Couple of good defensive possessions in a row for Evansville. Semo going away from what they started the game off. They're trying to get a little more inside. That's not working.
And here's the shot put up from the foul line. That one won't go for Robinson. Redhawks pull down the rebound. Inside a minute here in the first. In the corner, wide open. That's Hackman. Can't do that.
Yeah, a little miscommunication on the defensive end, and Hackman just took advantage of it. Up to 9 points, leading all scorers.
9 points for Hackman. Make it 10 to lead the way. 2 of 2 from beyond the arc line is Hackman. First player to reach double digits in this ball game.
Number 24, Olivia Hackman, is her first personal foul going from line for the Aces.
Hackman picks up the foul on the Evansville end of the floor, and Sarah Dickey is at the free throw line, and I'm not sure anyone shoots a free throw quicker than she does.
Yeah,
catches that ball and fires it up there.
Doesn't take long before it's in her hands, and it leaves into the net.
Into the net. Good call there. More times than not. Into the net for Sarah Dickey. Perfect at the line. Through her first 2 attempts on the day. Shot clock is off here for the Redhawks as we come to the close of the first quarter. Here's Murphy. Gives to Hackman. Now Mitchell. 2 seconds. Hackman fires. It's no good. And we have reached the end of the first quarter of play. Semo in front of Evansville, 20-13. Second quarter action comes up next.
Haven't met since 2008. But these two teams gone back for a couple of years and really gained some experience. Evansville in the NBC, Southeast Missouri in the OVC built some pretty good programs.
Here's Luttrell out top, looking to move around a screen. Nothing available to her. Now Murphy. 10 to shoot. She will shoot. And miss. Inside, and they're going to get a push-off underneath the basket that time. That one will go against Mandy Madden. Last time these two met was a big one for Evansville.
Yeah, it was in the WNIT tournament. The first time that the Purple Aces got a postseason win back there in 2008.
This fired shot there from Carrie Gasper for Evansville. Evansville looking for perhaps more history today against Semo. It all depends on how many points Sarah Dickey can score as she's chasing the all-time school record. Basket comes inside here for Deja Jones as Semo extends the lead. Out top, Williams threw it away. Tried to feed it over into the corner. And then slowing down the run, committing the foul is Gasper.
Foul on the Aces, number 2, Terry Gasper. That's her
First foul of the game on Gasper.
First foul for the Aces.
First foul for the Aces. No fouls in the first quarter. Semo with the basketball. They've got the lead. Here's Luttrell moving it over to the left side. And the three will fly. Got it again. Olivia Hackman delivers another three ball.
They're moving Hackman all around the offense, trying to get mismatches throughout the defense. And she's finding them and finding open space.
13 points for Hackman, 3 of 4 beyond the arc line. Shooting better beyond the arc line than underneath it is Hackman. Going up and under for Evansville, there's the senior Sasha Robinson for the basket. Semo by 10 with the basketball. Second quarter here from the Ford Center in Evansville. Looking inside this time, there's Madden. Turnaround won't go. Strong with a rebound there is Gasper. As Evansville tries to cut into the lead. And a foul off the ball. And that one's going to go against Sasha Robinson. As those two battled for position underneath the basket. Robinson got whistled for the foul.
Yeah, that's one of the many matchups in this game I'm watching.
Yeah.
Sasha Robinson versus Mandy Madden. They've been battling down low for positioning, rebounds, and feel like it'll be a battle throughout the 40 minutes.
Hackman with it. And now it's Luttrell. Back to Hackman.
She got a mismatch.
She got a screen set up, and that's what happens. Get used to it. Olivia Hackman, another long-range bomb. Semo by 13. Nice pass inside. Robinson, though, missed the finish. And Semo comes away with a rebound. Here come the Redhawks. Firing, gunning. Look out. Three-pointer good for Luttrell. And Evansville wants another timeout. Semo will not miss beyond the arc line. They pushed in this one. That tells the story.
Yeah, 70%, 7 of 10 from downtown for Southeast Missouri compared to Evansville's 1 of 7. And 4 of those three-pointers have come from Olivia Hackman.
Here is a three coming for Evansville, trying to even up that score. Carrie Gasper knocks in the triple, and Evansville needs to find that shooter's touch just like that. Wow. Quick answer from Luttrell. Back-to-back threes for Luttrell for Semo.
And that's what you got to do for Evansville. You got to get back on defense because they will burn you. Southeast Missouri State knows how to find open shooters, and they did it just there.
Gasper tried to take off inside, lost it, and now they'll call a travel on Semo against Murphy trying to come back down court. Fast-paced action here. We talked to the coach of the Aces, Matt Ruffing, before this game and thought maybe his team would have to run a bit. No doubt they have had to.
Yeah, running back on offense, trying to get the defense back, and then especially on defense. Southeast Missouri's, it's finding open girls and taking advantage of open shots.
Gasper from the elbow right won't get it. That's a big collision. No foul called on the rebound there by Semo. Here come the Redhawks. They've got the lead. And the hot shooter's touch here in the second quarter. Inside goes Hackman. Layup is good. That's 4 straight baskets made by the Redhawks.
Hackman up to 18 points. She's been unstoppable through the first half.
A foul on the take inside by Evansville. Another Semo foul. This one against Adriana Murphy. The sophomore picks up her second. Bree Mitchell returning to the floor for Semo, along with Gully number 14, the junior. Sarah Dickey back out on the court for Evansville. Aces need some offense, and Sarah Dickey is that type of player for Evansville. Here's Robinson, finds Dickey. She'll take off. Pull-up jumper is short. Fighting for her own rebound, but it'll go into the hands of the Redhawks. Down court, Luttrell. Now Mitchell. Kicks it across. Quick ball movement here by the Redhawks. 14 to shoot. Here comes the shot. It's another 3-ball. Luttrell again knocking it in from long range.
Ashton Luttrell coming in, shooting 33% from downtown coming into this game. Well surpassed that.
Has not missed one today. Inside shot won't go. Battling for the rebound, though. The only Aces player there. Coming away with it is Dawson. Outside shot fake. Gasper inside. Lost her footing and commits the charge. So the ball goes back to the Redhawks. And boy, you talk about ice through the veins. They will not miss.
No. Right now 9 of 12 from three-point line. In case you're wondering, most made in Southeast Missouri State three-pointers is 16. They're on pace to break that if they continue this shooting.
On pace to shatter that at this rate. Down the court. Across the court goes the pass. This one comes underneath the arc line and rattles out and back in. That's the type of shooting day they're having. Murphy gets that one to go. 41-18. Semo running away here in the first half. Here's Robinson inside in the paint. Tough up under. Missed it too strong. Redhawks with the basketball. Down the court in transition. The pass gets away. Battle for it. Still loose. Still a scrum. Held ball coming. Arrow will give it to Evansville. Hannah No coming back into the game for the Redhawks. Off the bench, no less, comes the player that coming into this game had more made threes than anybody on the roster. She's been on the bench the last few minutes.
Yeah, coming in as a reserve player, only played 9 minutes in her last game. But as you mentioned, most three-pointers made on the team.
Inside turnaround at the basket. It'll rattle off that time for Kaufman or Evansville. On the drive, Semo inside out. High percentage shot. That one won't go. Williams gets the rebound for Evansville after the no miss. Williams running the floor in transition, coast to coast for the lay-in. Evansville trying to battle back.
Her eyes got wide when she saw that lane open.
A rare time where Semo did not get back on defense. And quickly, with an answer, is Maddie Madden inside for Semo. Evansville, Gasper goes underneath the defender, can't get the shot to go. We've seen a lot of those up and under type shots misfire for Evansville.
Yeah, they're trying their best to find where they can find holes in the defense, and that has been a position, just not able to convert so far. And of course, with Southeast Missouri making threes at the high clip they have so far, missing twos on the other end does not help you.
Sennett in for Evansville, Mitchell in for the Redhawks. Just under 3 minutes to play here in the first half. A dominating first half of play by the Redhawks. Camry Williams intercepts the pass, though, and will drive in for another breakaway lay-in. Williams keeping Evansville within striking distance. She's got 8 now on the night.
coming off a big game last game when she had 17 for the Purple Aces when they traveled over to Muncie to play Ball State. Led all scorers in that game and trying to continue off that performance.
On the drive to the basket, a foul comes. A rare foul against Evansville. No. On the drive to the basket that time. And it is on Williams, her first. No at the free throw line. The first free throws attempted today by the Redhawks. And the first is good. They haven't needed free throws.
No, they've been able to get it from behind the arc. And that's been their bread and butter so far.
Second free throw good. No. Makes good on both. Semo extends their lead. Evansville looking for something positive before halftime. Here's a three. That one will not go for Dickey. Battle for the rebound and a held ball. It'll go to the Redhawks. The Aces shooting 26% from the floor. 2 of 9 beyond the arc line. Semo 10 of 14 from three-point range. 71% from beyond the arc line. They're shooting better beyond the arc than underneath the arc line. Overall, 53% from the floor. Ball taken away again by Williams. That's the second or third time we've seen that. And it converts to a transition lay-in for Williams.
Gotta get back on defense now.
Here they come again, moving quickly. Murphy, outside, three, rattles, out. No good that time by Gully. And a foul on the rebound will send us to the other end of the floor, I think. But the officials are going to get together to talk. The baseline official signaled headed the other way. The outs will stay a foul against Sarah Dickey of Evansville. It remains on the board. And 2 free throws coming here for the Redhawks. Deja Jones, after all of that, hits the first. That was the biggest ice of a free throw shooter I've seen this season. Second free throw coming. Missed it. But a rebound on the offensive end. And a three will fly. Surprised to see that? Not so much. Luttrell, though, with a rare miss beyond the arc line. Evansville back with it on offense. They trail by a bunch here late in this second quarter to play. Sasha Robinson going to go to work. In the paint, the pull-up is good. Robinson. Evansville within 20. Redhawks with the basketball. The Ohio Valley Conference. Coming into today 1-3. You wouldn't know it by the way they're shooting. As Lincoln Gully knocks that one in. Another triple for the Redhawks. Here now is Sarah Dickey cashing in from the right elbow. Dickey knocking it down. She's up to 6 points on the day. And a timeout here taken by the Redhawks with 35.7 seconds remaining here in this first half of play. And I don't know how many different ways you can talk about the shooting of Semo. There's about a 10-second difference, as you see, between the shot clock and game clock as we get close to the end of the first half. Redhawks with a basketball. It's Mitchell operating out top. Dossett defending. And a loose dribble there. Mitchell corrals it. He goes back. Another three. This one's no good. And it's Sarah Dickey pulling down the rebound after the miss by Gully. Dickey on the drive. Kicks. Open shooter. 3 flies for Evansville off the back of the iron. No good from Dossett. Semo has it with 2 seconds. On the drive. Pull-up three is no good for Hackman. And that is the way the first half ends. Surprised to see that ball not go in. You just expect it to go in the way Semo shot today. But
Tournament first time since 2009 in Coach Rika Patterson's first season. She's building a good program here.
No doubt about it. Evansville has the basketball first. They want to come out and establish themselves here in the second half right away and not let this lead that Semo has get any larger. Here is a pass inside. Robinson misfires. And Semo comes away with a rebound. Push pass ahead. Nice play, but unable to cash in on the basket that time. Underneath the hoop. Missing the shot there was Deja Jones. Evansville back with it. A drive to the basket. Looking for contact perhaps there was Gasper. Didn't come. Evansville gets the offensive rebound, however. Back to the basket is Brooke Dawson. Evansville attacking the basket to start the half.
Yeah, 3 shots right in the paint there. First 2 missed, but Brooke Dawson on the drive able to score. I like to see that for Evansville, using your guards very aggressively to go to the basket. You can open up shots from the outside or just open up shots in the paint.
Deja Jones operating out top for Semo. Now Hackman misfires. That's a good sign for Evansville. A Hackman miss. Haven't been many of those. Here's Williams spinning into the paint. Almost traveled with it. Kicks it back out. And Sarah Dickey's on fire. Right out of the get-go with a 3-ball that drops.
Easiest look she's seen all day. And that'll get a timeout from Coach Rieger Patterson because that was in rhythm and a perfect shot for Sarah Dickey.
Back to action here at the Ford Center out of the timeout. Semo brings the ball down the court, puts up a shot. Foul is called on Evansville. And to the line is Bree Mitchell, the 5'6 senior, the guard out of Germantown, Tennessee. At the stripe, and the free throw is good. One more to come here for Mitchell. And the second, no good, as Sasha Robinson tracks down the rebound here for Evansville. Aces came out of the gate, knocking down a 3-ball. Going to try another one here. Carrie Gasper. And Evansville's 2 for 2 from beyond the arc line. 2 for 2 from the floor, shooting 100% in the first couple of minutes.
And we talked about the hot shooting of Southeast Missouri State in the first half. Evansville coming out 100% from three-point line.
A
See how long
shot,
they can keep that up.
a shot misfires inside there for Mitchell, but the Redhawks get its second chance. Semo has yet to make a field goal as an offensive foul is called on an illegal screen. It's against Madden, her second, and fouls could become an issue here for Semo in the second half.
Yeah, it's something I've been watching throughout the game. 4 players should say, from Southeast Missouri who have 2 fouls in this game. We saw in the first 2 quarters getting up to 5 fouls pretty quickly. If you have a lead, you cannot let Evansville come back with giving them easy free throws.
Here's Sarah Dickey for 3. This one's no good. Robinson, though, an offensive rebound. The Aces will try again. Inside on the take. The finish is good for Brooke Dawson. And the Aces have started the second half well.
They're moving the ball very, very well, giving Southeast Missouri different looks. Some driving kicks, some simple drives, and it's really offsetting the defense.
Evansville trying for a poke away there. It'll stay with Semo as Dawson touched it last, tried to sell it to the official on the baseline. That she didn't touch that ball, but veteran crew not buying that. Hackman puts up the shot. It's no good. Out of bounds. This time it will go to Evansville.
Even with that timeout, this Southeast Missouri team does not seem like they're on the same page on the floor.
It seems just like they haven't quite come out of the locker room yet to start the second half. Or maybe it's just this end of the floor that's hot.
It's
Evansville can't miss here. On this end, they can't miss. Brooke Dawson, 2 more. And the game is down to a 10-point margin. It's a 10-point game, man.
It's just the good offense that Evansville's playing, moving it in situations, not steal.
Here's Williams, a one-on-one drive. Foul! And one coming. Camary Williams delivers, and it's an 8-point game with a free throw to come.
Evansville sprinted out of the locker room on this one and made this a big-time game. Coach Rika Patterson already used her timeout. Probably will not see another one till the intermediate timeout. Camary Williams has been big on the defensive end.
With the basket and the free throw to come Evansville's made it an 8-point game. At one time, they trailed by 23 in the first half. And the senior guard out of Fort Myers, Florida, a big reason why this team is hanging around. It's a 7-point game. The Redhawks with it. Look for them to try to get Hackman involved here on the offensive end.
And a 15-1 run for the Aces to start the second half. 15-3 now.
Basket good inside, a settling shot for Deja Jones for the Redhawks. The lead back to 9. Evansville inside. Robinson fouled. Can't get it to go. But Sasha Robinson will head to the free throw line for a pair of free throws. That foul goes against Luttrell. Just her first.
Going to line for the Aces, shooting 2, number 22.
Sasha Robinson, the Nashville, Indiana native, misses the first. Has one more, the senior at the line.
He's going to be an important player down the stretch for the Purple Aces, especially on the defensive end, making sure that Southeast Missouri does not get any second chance points if they miss.
Second free throw good there for Robinson. 3 rebounds on the day for Sasha thus far. Redhawks with a basketball. Luttrell on the right side. Looking for rhythm on offense after a sluggish start to the second half. That shot may have been deflected, and now a foul comes on Robinson. Kind of got caught wrong place, wrong time that time.
Foul on the Aces, number 22, Sasha Robinson. That's her
Second foul on Robinson. And that sends Mitchell to the free throw line for the Redhawks. The first is good.
Bree Mitchell's had a tough day so far on the offensive end. Just her first point and been a recipient on a lot of the Camary Williams steals on the defensive end.
A rare miss at the free throw line, but the rebound went to Semo, but it was taken away by Williams. Aces in transition. Dickey under the basket, fouled, and she'll go to the line for 2. And again, Luttrell on the foul.
Purple Aces, they're running in transition, kind of taking the game of Southeast Missouri had in the first half. And they're drawing fouls, and that, as we talked about, will add up.
Dickey at the line. Free throw is good. So is that an adjustment that Matt Ruffing made at halftime? Let's get out and try to run a little bit?
Well, I think that's what he wanted to do at the initial offset, but when Southeast Missouri came out and was running themselves offensively, it kind of had to make them go back into more of a half-court setting. But now they're getting turnovers, they're getting defensive rebounds, and allowing them to set up their offense pretty quick and get some quick points.
Pass goes underneath the basket. Held ball, forced by Robinson, tying up Deja Jones. The arrow stays with the Redhawks, but Evansville playing with much more intensity here in the second half.
Redhawks just seem flustered in this. They're trying to get the ball to Hackman. They're trying to get the ball down low.
Hackman does catch the inbounds pass, rises above and hits the shot. It's what you need out of your leader. And Hackman delivered the basket there for the Redhawks. Evansville looking to pound it inside again. Robinson falling down, tried to save it, threw it away. Redhawks, Hackman across the floor. In transition, the layup won't go. Rebound put back and a foul will send Deja Jones to the free throw line.
Foul on the Aces, number 0.
That foul goes on Williams.
Going to the line, shooting 2 for the Redhawks, number 22, Deja.
And it'll be Deja Jones, the junior, at the charity stripe here for the Redhawks. Missed the first. So now all of a sudden, Semo, as hot as they were in the first half on the offensive end, they can't get much going here in the second half. Not even the free throw shooting as it was in the first, even though there were limited opportunities. Second free throw, missed them both. Robinson the rebound for the Aces. They trail. Evansville does by 9. They trailed by as many as 23. Here's Camary Williams for the Aces. Dickey now. Williams with 10 to shoot. Drives, kicks, shot, good. Camary Williams flies into the paint and knocks down the shot.
Big on both ends so far in this second half. A big part of why Evansville was able to get on this run.
And a foul off the ball illegal screen on Semo. So, with 4.5 minutes to play here with the Redhawks of Southeast Missouri State.
Yeah, it's been their shot selection that's led to this big run. Coming out with 20 points in the first 5.5 of the second half. Need to keep that going if they want to come back in this game.
Here is Sarah Dickey rising, missing. Camry Williams gets the offensive rebound. Looks to distribute, but was in the lane for 3 seconds. And that will give the ball back to the Redhawks. Those are the 3-second calls that are a little bit maddening as the coach. Your player's done everything you wanted to do. Crash the glass, get the rebound, look to distribute. And then just caught standing in the lane too long. Shot won't go here for Mitchell. And a held ball. And the arrow favors Evansville. The Aces will get the ball back. And we talked about 70% shooting for Southeast Missouri back in the first half. Evansville, 70% from the floor. Here in the second half, 7 of 10 from the floor. They're 2 of 3 from beyond the arc line.
And they're getting the free throw line. 4 of 5 from the free throw line. Already got Semo to the 5-foul limit, so any foul on the offensive end will be free throws.
And Semo just 2 of 7 from the floor. And here's another foul. You called it. Free throws coming up here from the Ford Center in Evansville with Semo leading 55-48. This is the third quarter that will not end if you're Semo. They have really struggled out of the gate here in this second half. Brooke Dawson at the free throw line, missed the first, and you talked about it. You're going to get a lot of free looks here in this third quarter with Semo now in the bonus. Got to cash in.
Yeah, only 66% on the season for the Purple Aces. But now being in that double bonus situation, got to make your free throws down the stretch if you want to come back.
Dawson makes 1 of 2, and it's a 2-possession game here in this second half. Redhawks with it, Mitchell. Now it's No driving, and she's going to throw it into the backcourt. At best, a backcourt violation on the Redhawks. That's what it will be, and Evansville will have the basketball, a chance to perhaps make this a 1-possession game.
Coach Patterson has to be thinking on the bench, what team came out of halftime?
Can we do halftime over again?
Yeah.
Can we leave the floor and come back and see if I come back with my team?
Seriously.
Goodness.
But yeah, it's been a different team for both sides. Evansville has come out and had good shot selection, very good defense, and we talked about Southeast Missouri. They would cool off in the second half, more than likely. We didn't see this coming.
Not at all, and Camry Williams just keeps heating up. Gets another one to go, does Williams. And the lead is 4 for the Redhawks. A drive, a dish, a baseline jump shot flat, won't go in for Madden. Here comes Evansville on the drive again. Sarah Dickey kicks. Robinson. Williams, the hot hand. No good for 3. Battle for the rebound. Stripped away for the moment. Corralled by the Redhawks. Here they come again on offense.
They want to run in transition themselves.
That's the way they built the lead in the first half. That ball knocked away. Now Robinson, a little too aggressive that time, commits the foul.
She has to be careful. That is foul number 3. It's 5 to disqualification, and Robinson on the season averages just over 3.5 fouls.
And Mandy Madden will be at the free throw line, the junior, trying to stop an Evansville run. The free throw is good. It's a 56-51 lead for Semo. Gasper returns to the floor for Evansville. 2:47 left here in the third quarter. Madden's next free throw. Got them both. Semo pushes the lead back to 6. Evansville seems to have found themselves here in the second half. Will it be enough to overcome that big 23-point deficit they faced in the first half? They're 6 away from evening the score. Here comes a 3 on the way, rattling out. A good look from Dawson, and then a foul on Evansville on the rebound try. That one will go against Camry Williams. Another player with 3.
Yeah, that's third personal and the 5th overall for the team, so that means that Semo is going to be shooting free throws on their end. Both teams in double bonus in this situation. Hard rebound coming down for that one.
Not only did Williams get the foul, but she got the hard fall to the floor there. That hurt.
Yeah. She'll check out for in this play. Southeast Missouri so far doing a good job from the free throw line. But they gotta keep making these to extend the lead. Especially when you get easy chances, no time on the clock.
And we have a whistle and a lane violation. We'll give the ball to Evansville.
It's just a mental mistake. You can't do that.
Not in a close game like this. The lead is 7. It was 23 for the Redhawks at one point. And that's going to be a foul. Again, wrong place, wrong time kind of foul against the Redhawks. That will go against no.
That's her third.
Fouls mounting in this ball game. As Carrie Gasper will head back to the free throw line for Evansville, the sophomore. Rattles in the first.
This for us, this third quarter will look like to be a free throw shooting battle between the two teams. Both teams in the double bonus, and
Gasper hits both.
Evansville so far knocking them down, yeah.
So the Aces back to within 5. A rising jump shot from the free throw line. No good that time for Hackman. Evansville the rebound and a chance to cut back into the lead again.
Gotta look for a good shot here.
Here's Gasper. Kicks it out. Lively. Back to Gasper. She'll take it from there. It rattles out, no good. Semo gets the rebound. A good look, just couldn't quite get it to fall. And now finding a lane to the basket and taking advantage of it, Bree Mitchell all the way down to score.
She's so quick, the senior from Germantown, Tennessee. Able to just find that little opening in the defense and take advantage.
Pushes the lead back to 7 here for the Redhawks. That's a bomb for 3 that will not go for Gasper. Long rebound is out of bounds, and it'll head back to the Redhawks. And after that hard tumble, nice to see Camary Williams back out on the floor for Evansville. She'll come in for Dawson.
Important play offensively and probably one of the best lockdown defenders for the Purple Aces.
Had a few takeaways on the day. As Camary Williams, looking for one here perhaps. That was a forearm used by Mitchell to create space. She got away with it. Could have been a blocking foul perhaps, so maybe a good no call. Misfiring on the 3 there was Hackman. Williams has it. On the drive for Evansville. Foul on her way to the basket. And Williams will head to the free throw line.
Cameron's going to get some girl to get a foul on her on that possession, that sequence of events.
I'm going to keep running into you until they send me to the free throw line. So Williams to the charity stripe. 3 for 3 on the day from the line. Leads Evansville with 17 points. Make it 18. Free throw good.
Got her season best in this game. She had 17 against Ball State, now 18 in this game. Still have another quarter to play.
Williams again at the line. Hit them both. And the Aces are back to within 5. Here's the point Evansville has not quite been able to overcome in trying to battle back this 2-possession margin. 46 seconds left here in the half. Or in the third quarter, beg your pardon.
Where does the offense go now with Hackman not on the court?
Yeah, that's the real question, but Hackman's been struggling. So looking for someone to step up, Semo, and they lost it out of bounds. A turnover on an errant pass down inside, and Evansville will have that chance to perhaps make this a 1-possession game.
Semo up to 13 turnovers in this game, a little bit higher than where they wanted it. Average about 16.5 per game. Evansville got to take their time.
Couple of seconds difference between the shot clock and game clock. Williams. Now inside, Robinson backs her way in, fires inside, missed, got her own rebound, fouled, and she'll go to the line for 2 with 12 seconds on the clock.
Good battle there from Sasha Robinson, missing the first one, but sticking with it and drawing the foul on the shot.
So, here is Sasha Robinson at the free throw line. 1 of 2 in her previous trip to the line, rattles the first one in. Evansville within 4. And we've got a one-possession game. Robinson knocks them both in. 10 seconds left for Semo here in the third.
Big possession for both teams.
Mitchell with 5. Finding a lane at the basket, rattles out, and that's the way the third quarter comes to a close. A big third quarter for Evansville. They trailed by 23 coming into it. We head to the fourth. Evansville.
Offensive end and good defense for the Purple Aces that has led to this big run. Southeast Missouri, they got to go back to what they know, run in transition, but if Evansville's making shots, it's hard to run in transition.
So Evansville with the momentum starting the fourth quarter of play. Semo with the lead, and on point, they've turned it over. The Aces come away with a takeaway, and there is a foul against Semo. It'll go against Adriana Murphy. And there's the first team foul of this fourth quarter. And Evansville will have the basketball. A chance to perhaps tie this game with a made 3. Inside, the Aces look to pound it. Robinson may have got away with a travel falling down there, but just did get rid of the basketball. Here's Dickey out top, starting to drive, finds a lane, finds a seam, gets fouled, and it rattles out. Dickey will go to the line to shoot 2. That thing almost stayed in there. Murphy, by the way, that last foul was her 4th.
That's a big one for Southeast Missouri.
Free throw from Dickey is good. Sarah Dickey now with 12 points on the night. Moving closer to that record, becoming the all-time leading scorer. 14, now 13 away from that mark. Knocks that one in, and Evansville is within 1.
Now we see a little trap, a little different than what Southeast Missouri
and
seen.
Coming right at us here, nearly a turnover. Semo able to keep it alive. 15 to shoot. Redhawks desperate for a good possession. Inside, there was the chance inside. Missing was Jones. Evansville with the ball. A chance to grab the lead for the first time since the opening basket of this ball game. Dawson on the right side. Flips to Williams. Williams turns to the basket. Kicks across. Gasper spins. Traveled. Double dribble, officially the call. A turnover there by the Aces. And it goes back to the Redhawks of Southeast Missouri.
Defense was really good there for the Redhawks. Limiting what Evansville wanted to do with the drive. Gasper, you just got to get it out of your hands there.
9 turnovers by the Aces on the day. Here comes a shot from the corner for 3. It's a big one. A big shot. Stepping up is Hannah No, knocking down the triple for Southeast Missouri.
Her first 3 in the second half. That might spark some life into the Redhawks here, especially from downtown.
Evansville back to work. Here's Sasha Robinson looking inside, comes back out, high percentage shot, rattles out, no good that time for Gasper. And the Redhawks pull away the rebound. Southeast Missouri looking to add to a 4-point lead. Their lead was as many as 23 in the first half, and a foul on the take inside. No basket, the foul before the shot. Whistled against Evansville, and that one is against Gasper. So Gasper now with 4 personal fouls. Evansville going to go further down their bench as Kaylin Kaufman, the 6'3 freshman, enters the lineup. But enters for Sasha Robinson. Gasper with 4 fouls stays in the game. And an inbounds pass. Missing the shot was No. A design play inlet right to the shooter. Here's Williams on the drive. A pass across, kicked out of bounds by Semo. It'll stay with Evansville. 7:39 to play. Evansville down by 4. It cut the lead to 1. And looking to do it again is Dickey from long range. That won't go. Semo with a rebound. Here comes Mitchell down the floor. The ball deflected by Dickey. Now the shot put up, no good. Another miss. Battle for the rebound, and a foul is on who? It's on Semo. Camary Williams all over the place on the floor.
Yeah, Camary Williams fighting for those rebounds. She has 9 on the game. Getting close to that double
issue here in this ball game, perhaps more so for Semo. They've got 2 players with 4 fouls in both Murphy and Madden. Gasper, the lone ace, with 4 fouls for Evansville. 15 on the shot clock. A drive inside, and the finish for Brooke Dawson is good.
It's too easy defensively. You can't allow that for Semo. If you're Semo, you cannot allow that because that's just a too easy look for Brooke Dawson. Got to challenge her shot.
And by the way, after that, Camary Williams knocked the ball out of bounds on an inbounds play, and Semo wants a timeout. Timeout on the floor. A whole new ball game here in the second half. Semo still clings to a 2-point lead. We'll be back. This is the Valley 2 and the difference maker, that young lady, Camary Williams.
Yeah, big stat line for her. Already a double-double, trying to get 2 more steals to make her first career triple-double. She's been all over the floor so far.
Semo trying to find a way to weather the storm and settle things down here. A foul whistled out top before the drive inside. That will go against Evansville, and that's against Sarah Dickey. And on Dickey, that is her second foul. Inbounds play, Semo can't buy the basket, but they do get another offensive rebound and will reload. Hackman on the miss that time. Mitchell out top. And now it's in the hands of No with 12 to shoot. Inside travel, an extra step, shuffling the feet was Deja Jones in Evansville with a chance to tie or perhaps take the lead.
It's been interesting. Southeast Missouri, they're going away from what worked in the first half. Went 10 of 18 from downtown. Now in the second, only 2.
Sarah Dickey for the lead. Evansville leads for the first time since the opening basket of this game. And Semo's turned it over. Dickey with a steal. On the drive for the Aces will slow it up. Numbers against Evansville. Sasha Robinson thought about shooting. Evansville wants to settle down, though.
Yeah, good move to settle everything down, get a good shot. Yes, you got the lead, but you can take advantage with another big shot.
Here's Dickey. Had a big 3 a moment ago. Rises from the foul line and missed it short. Semo now trailing in this game by 1. Has the basketball.
First lead since the 9-minute mark of the first quarter for the Purple Aces.
And a foul on the take. Defender with a hand on. And that will be on Sarah Dickey, picking up her 3rd personal foul.
That's something you got to watch for the Purple Aces. She is the go-to player. Only 3 fouls right now. But you know, guarding Olivia Hackman, she's going to want to be more aggressive going forward.
And what a good job she's done in that department here in the second half. Semo with the basketball, inletting from the baseline. A big 3 on the way. Nowhere close was Hannah No. A rare miss and a rare air ball to boot.
She's been a different player in the second half. She had a couple of big 3s, up to 11 points. Had one in the second half, but just has not found her stroke when coming off the bench.
Evansville trying to add to their lead and perhaps grab their first win of the season. Around the defender, and a foul will send Brooke Gossett to the line. And that is on Madden, and her day is done. Madden is fouled out for Southeast Missouri, the first player casualty of this game. 26 minutes on the day for Madden, and the day is done after she picks up her 5th personal foul.
She's been the defensive presence for the Purple Aces. See a missed free throw on the other end. But not having her out really changes the game for Southeast Missouri. They got to go a lot smaller.
Dawson missed the first, looks for the second, and hits. Evansville by 2. Approaching the 5-minute mark to play in the ballgame. Inside, take, and a foul. That will go against Macy Lively, her first, the freshman, picking up the foul there. And a chance for Semo to tie the game back up comes with the charity stripe with Bree Mitchell at the line. Got the first. She is 3 of 5 now on the day at the line.
So important when you're a point guard or just a guard to be good at your free throws. You're going to be a player down the stretch to be able to make them. She knocked down 2.
And we're all tied. 65 all, 5 minutes to play. Evansville with it. Dawson kicks to Williams. Haven't called her name a lot here in the last few minutes. Here's Dickey, and a foul. That's going to go against Hackman as our two 24s go at each other. Second foul on Hackman.
Going to line for the Aces, shooting 2, number 24, Sarah.
And Sarah Dickey to the free throw line. 16 points on the day. Has yet to miss a free throw. Got that one.
Now just 9 points away from the all-time record for Sarah Dickey, or for the Purple Aces. She's been a big factor in the second half. Why they come back and why they've been able to take the lead at the Purple Aces.
Evansville by 2. Redhawks with the basketball. Murphy. Luttrell, now Mitchell. Driving, shooting, missing, and Sasha Robinson pulls down the rebound for the Aces. Here's Dawsett settling things down for the Aces in the front court. A nice move to the basket. Williams scores. What a nice move set up there. Dawsett with a little give and move. Fall away shot. This one won't go. All Semo on the rebound. Fighting hard for the rebound, and they're going to call a foul. Sarah Dickey was reaching in, trying for the held ball, and as a result, may have just got her 4th foul. Oh, they pick out Robinson, so it is her 4th.
Yeah, either way, that would not been a good situation for Purple Aces. Interesting decision. Adriana Murphy on the other end, just trying to go immediately to the basket for the fall-away shot. I don't know if that's what exactly Coach Patterson wanted. They're just immediate rundown and taking a shot. Lucky they got a second chance point there.
Deja Jones at the line makes the first. And missed the second. Battle for the rebound. Evansville comes away with it. Here's Sarah Dickey. Will look to slow things up. 4 minutes to play. Lively driving to the basket. Shot blocked. Out of bounds. And it will stay at the end of Evansville. Brooke Dawsett to trigger the inbounds pass. Into Williams. Evansville's lead is 3. Williams, almost a miscommunication there. Dickey spinning, kicking. Williams, 3 on the way. No. Semo with a rebound.
See if Murphy slows up on this. She's going to attack.
Heck was slow up. Just drive in and score. What a play by Murphy. Coast to coast to make it a 1-point game.
Very aggressive, the sophomore from Fishers. Make this a 1-point game. Evansville, they need a bucket here on this end.
A wild shot will go in for Evansville. Brooke Dawson willed that one to go in.
Coach Ruffing for the Purple Aces just kind of threw his hands up like, well, I guess I'll take it.
What are we doing? Great shot. Good job. 3 minutes down to play. Picking the ball up off the deck was Mitchell. Good look comes from Hackman. No good for 3. Offensive rebound, and the putback is good. Inside, the putback goes for Luttrell, I believe that was. And Semo's back to within 1.
Got some back and forth action. Bit of uncharted territory for the Purple Aces, playing with the lead in this one. Closest game they've had was the initial one against Cleveland State.
Here's Dawson, now gets in a bit of trouble. Gets rid of the ball back out top. Dickey with it, 9 to shoot. Starts to move, finds a lane, gets fouled, and Sarah Dickey will head to the free throw line.
Foul on number 24.
great play for Sarah Dickey, as the screen was to her left side, but instead she put them on the floor, drawing the contact, and going to the free throw line.
Dickey with 18 points, missed the free throw, her first miss of the day at the line. Carrie Gasper back on the court here for Evansville. Dickey 8 of 9 at the line. Now 9 of 10, hits them both, and Coach Matt Ruffing for Evansville has called a timeout. 72-70, Evansville with a 2-point lead. And
Evansville able to make this a very, very interesting game, take the lead. Now it's 2:22 to go. Both teams only have one timeout left, and both teams in the double bonus.
Semo with a basketball. A one-possession game. Here's Mitchell on the right side as we approach the 2-minute mark. A three for the lead is no good. A high rebound off the backboard. Ball scramble loose. Evansville has it. Camary Williams, 1-on-4, will wisely slow up. Sasha Robinson, the last Purple Aces player to get down the floor. And now Williams, looking to add to the Aces lead. Williams tries to move inside, got rid of the ball, and it's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Evansville.
Interesting to see what Coach Ruffing calls on this 8-second shot clock, especially on the inbound.
Evansville looking to inlet from the baseline. It has to come way out top. That's Gasper with 5 to shoot now. Gasper with 4, spins, forces it up. Aces forced into a bad shot there. Here comes Semo on the drive, looking to tie the game. A kick, and it's taken away. Gasper hands to Williams. She can outrun the field to the basket. Missed the lay-in, though. Semo has it. Battle for the rebound. Here come the Redhawks with 1:15 to play. Looking to drive. The shot is no good. Rebound, Semo, put back. Yes, it is good for Mitchell, and we're tied at 72.
Back and forth. You can barely catch your breath, Kyle.
Back and forth, and nobody wanted to make. Now, Dickey lost it out of bounds, but it's last touched by Semo with 1 minute to play.
This is where you see the experience show for both teams. Both teams have good experienced players. The seniors for Southeast Missouri, Bree Mitchell, Olivia Hackman. For Evansville, Camry Williams, Sarah Dickey. Very experienced players, Sasha Robinson. They know how to play in those late game moments.
Every possession becomes big now inside a minute. We're tied at 72. Here's Gasper, 10 to shoot. Dawson, down to 5 to shoot. Gonna have to create something. Does! Dawson delivers with a fadeaway shot that drops, and Evansville's back in front. Timeout, Redhawks.
Good timeout there. He wanted to make sure he draw up something. And boy, do we have a game on our hands.
Boy, this is fun. 35.9 seconds to play.
No, for the inbound, they're out of timeouts. When the timeout called, the technical foul.
Here comes the inbounds play. Luttrell looking to get it inbounds. Will to Mitchell.
Now you got a mismatch up top.
Around a screen, Mitchell fights the basket, puts up the shot, it doesn't go. Offensive rebound through contact, won't go. A third chance at the basket, drops. That's Mitchell, and we're tied at 74. Shot clock is off. Evansville could run it all the way down if they wish. Keep in mind, Matt Ruffing does have one timeout in his pocket.
So he's going to let his girls play. He's got to play designated for this last second.
Dickey with 8 seconds on the drive. Tough shot, fade away. Short, won't go. Foul called on Robinson. Free throws coming for Semo at the other end. A huge play there. Robinson commits the foul, going for the rebound. She is gone. That's 5. Robinson fouled out. But potentially more important than that, free throws coming for Semo with 3.3 seconds on the clock.
Ashton Luttrell about to take her biggest free throws of the season so far. Doesn't have free throws on the game, doesn't have free throws on the season. This is our first 2 of the season. And they're in the biggest moment of this game.
Here comes the first. Missed it. Missed it. 1 more to come. And again, Evansville does have a timeout left. Luttrell missed the first. This to give them the lead. Made it. And Evansville spends their final timeout. And they will advance the ball, as you can do now in women's college basketball. So
See where Evansville goes. Do you go to Camary Williams' hot hand or the potential all-time leading scorer in Sarah Dickey?
Gasper's got to get it inbounds first. Nearing 5, and it is 5. Semo plays defense well and forces the turnover on a 5-second count. Evansville never got the ball inbounds. And now you got to look to foul quickly. If you're Evansville, they will. 2.1 seconds on the clock. And who would have thought the defense of Southeast Missouri looms large late?
Well, it wasn't there pretty much all the second half, but a big stop there to just challenge the inbound pass there in the baseline of Carrie Gasper. And no passing lane was open for her to throw it to.
Mitchell at the line. First free throw good. Makes the margin 2. The next free throw means Evansville will need a 3, but they've got to get it down the floor first with only 2.1 seconds left. Second free throw, no good. This will make it tougher for Evansville. 2-1 from 3 corners court. No good. And that is it. Southeast Missouri State hangs on. They survive here in Evansville. The final score, 76-74. What a